All right, question number 26. What is a measure of an enzyme's purity? Specific activity. As the specific activity goes up, our purity for our enzyme goes up as well. Which wavelength can be used to determine presence of protein? Because of our aromatic amino acid residues, A280 or B is the correct answer for this one. Then it's number 27. Number 28. Which type of column chromatography separates based on molecular weight? A, gel filtration. Number 29. Which type of chromatography separates based on molecular charge? B, ion exchange chromatography. Number 30. Which type of chromatography separates based on binding ability of one molecule, a protein, to another molecule, like a ligand? Affinity chromatography. We have the attraction between these two things that draw them together. And it is not exclusively charge-based. What does IEF? Oh boy. What does IEF do? IEF, or isoelectric focusing, separates based on isoelectric point. B is the correct answer. Number 32. What is SDS used for? SDS provides a uniform negative charge across the backbone of a protein. So C is the correct answer for 32. Now, number 33. You have three proteins, A, B, and C. They are 120, 125 kilodaltons. Which will show up at the bottom of an SDS page? It's going to be your smallest protein, because SDS page and gel filtration chromatography separate in inverse ways. So 33 is C. 34. Which of the following peptides can be cut by both trypsin and chymotrypsin? Now, this question is not asking for a sequence, but instead it's asking, can trypsin cut any of these peptides? And then it's asking, can chymotrypsin cut any of these peptides? So when we look at trypsin, we are asking for a peptide to have a positively charged residue and not be followed by a proline. So let's look at the first peptide. Can trypsin cut this peptide? It cannot, because that positively charged residue, that arginine, is followed by a proline. Okay, so A is out. Oops, I just changed the formatting dramatically. So A is out. B, ARFP. Okay, so we've got our arginine, positively charged residue. Then we got a phenylalanine. So trypsin can cut this, so that's good. But can chymotrypsin? Well, chymotrypsin is looking for a phenylalanine. We have a phenylalanine, and then we have a proline. So chymotrypsin cannot cut B for the same reason that it could not cut A. Now C, PARF. Can it cut after the arginine? Yes. Can it cut after the phenylalanine? No, because there's nothing to cut. So C is out. PRFA. If trypsin takes this, it's going to make PR and FA. If chymotrypsin takes it, it's going to give PRFA. So D is the correct answer for that question. Number 35. Below are a few peptides that result from cleavage with a protease. Based on these peptides, what do you think is the cut pattern that the protease follows? Okay, so answer option A, this protease cuts after a negatively charged residue. Okay, what do these end with? Peptide 1, 2, and 5 end with an alanine. It's an alanine, a positively charged residue. So then A is out. B, this protease cuts after negatively and positively charged residues are A and B respectively. Alanine and glycine are not positive or negatively charged residues. Aspartic acid is, so for peptide 3, that's a possibility. But it's unlikely because we've got this single peptide that was broken down into 5 different pieces. The idea that our protease cuts after small nonpolar residues, answer option C, really is our best option because that captures A and G respectively. So 35 is C. 36. What is produced when trypsin acts on the peptide ARPRRRR? Okay, so here what we've got is trypsin's going to see the first R and say, I can't do anything with that because there's a proline. Then it's going to see the second one. It's going to say, I can work with that. And so the first product, ARPR, is going to be released. Then it's going to go back to that peptide and say, well, I'm looking for an arginine. It's going to find it. So it's going to produce our second peptide, which is just that singular R. Then it's going to cut and release our third peptide, which is R alone. So for number 36, C is the correct answer. All right. Well, I'm going to take a little break.